Welcome to another Easy Build video, where you can learn how to build a professional grade website quickly and easily without any prior experience or coding required. I'll be adding new content to this channel on a regular basis, so if you want to keep up with the latest website building tips and tools, just click the like and subscribe buttons below the video. I'm going to go ahead and upload this theme. It comes in a zip format. You simply upload your zip file, click Install Now, and it can take a little bit for this to fully upload and install. Okay, once it's installed successfully, we're just going to, you can activate it from here, or you can go to your themes page and you'll see the current one, and we're just going to go over here to Divi and click activate. Once you've installed this theme, it's usually a good idea to go back through and delete all of these other themes that you're not going to be using. And you can do the same process for the other three. The reason for that is these themes will keep updating in the background. It just hogs up more disk space on your hosting account, and it's just a good idea to go ahead and delete them if you're not going to use them. Okay, so now that Divi is installed, we can start making changes. And first thing I like to do, if we go over here to the front end of the site, you'll notice it changed a little bit. There's now a sidebar over here. We're going to remove that. First thing I do is usually change out this generic Divi logo here. So we're going to go back over to the dashboard, go down here to under Divi and theme options. And this first option right here, we're going to upload. Okay, once that file is uploaded, you want to go over here to the right, and this is where there is some info about your image. It's called attachment details. You'll see it autofills the title from your file name. And I usually just copy that, except we don't need the 950 pixel in there. And I paste it into the alt text box. If your title isn't descriptive or your file name, then you want to rewrite this alt text to be somewhat descriptive of the image. Screen readers use the alt text for visually impaired people. So it's very important to put something in there that's descriptive. And that way it's easier for impaired people to navigate your website. So we're going to set this as the logo. And anytime you make options in the dashboard, you always want to scroll down, make sure you click Save Changes. So let's go back to the front end, just refresh, and now you'll see a new logo. All right, from there, let's work on some pages. Just click Edit. And you'll notice now that there's an option here that says Use the Divi Builder. That's what we're going to do. Right now, it's in the default editor, which is that block editor that we went over earlier with the first theme. And obviously, we don't want to use that with the Divi theme. What we do want to change before we use the Divi Builder, over here in this right menu, scroll down here to Divi Page Settings. And if it's collapsed, just click that arrow right there. It'll expand it. Make sure, unless you want a sidebar there, if you're building a blog, you might want a sidebar. I don't want a sidebar in this case. So you'll want to put no sidebar there. And then we can go ahead and use the Divi Builder. Click Edit with Divi Builder. Okay, and there's several options here. You can use existing content. If you're switching from another theme and you already had content on your page, you can keep that if you want. If you want to choose a pre-made layout that's included with Divi, you can do so. Or you can even clone an existing page if you already have another page built with Divi that you really like and you basically want to use it as a template. You can just clone it. That's a very powerful feature, saves a lot of time, which is one of the things I really like about this theme. Before we go into the pre-made layouts, I'm just going to start building from scratch. Okay, and there's three main things that you want to remember when it comes to Divi layouts, and that is what they call a section, a row, and a module. So every part of a website, basically your outer container, is what they call a section, and you can view it by hovering over here to your far left. You'll see a blue outline pop up all the way around here. That indicates a section. Now within that, if you hover a little further in, you'll see a green box. This is a row. And then inside of that, you'll see this gray box, and that's going to be a module, which is basically an element. That's where the actual content of your site will be, whether it's words or images or anything of that nature. And that's how everything will be laid out. You can have multiple rows, multiple sections, multiple modules, basically customize it in any way that you want to. So let's just add a new section here. Whenever you start from scratch, it's automatically going to insert one section in a row. I'm going to add another one. And if you want to add a section, you hover over the bottom here, click the plus button, and you can add a new section. And here is where you can add a new row. You can change the column structure of any row that you want. We're just going to do 2 here for now. And then it's going to want you to insert a module. And let's just do some text. And then it's going to pop up this little editing box here. This is where you can start typing your content. Now, one of the really neat things that Divi has come out with recently is what they call Divi AI, and it's a very powerful tool. There's a lot you can do with it. Let's just test it out here. And what it's going to do is pull info from your site, like our site title that we made earlier and the site name, and it's come up with this stuff here. And obviously you can edit this. There's a lot of options here. It says improve with AI, make it better, rephrase, lengthen, shorten. You can rewrite it. You can translate it, change the tone. If you want to get more creative, more professional. So I'm just going to use that for now. And let's add an image over here. And by the way, these are all of the different modules you can use. There's, I believe, over 200 in total, which is more than any other thing I've come across so far, including the default WordPress editor, the block editor. I think there's around 90 modules with that. So there's a lot of customization options with this theme. And let's just try an image here. And the AI tool also will generate images now. Let's just see what this comes up with. So that is pretty handy right there. I'm just going to pick this one. Either one of these would be good, actually. But so this was generated with AI, and these images are royalty free. So you don't have to go pay for a separate subscription for stock images to use on your website. You don't have to worry about copyright issues and things of that nature. So I'm going to use this image. All right, so there it is. And you can keep adding, if you want to add another row, you can. Let's just do that. Um, there's a lot of different modules here, are what they call accordions. So basically you would put your content in here, and if somebody clicks on one of these, it will expand them. Let's explore some other modules. There's countdown timers. Let's keep going here. Circle counter. These are useful, like if you're doing a sale. And obviously I'm not going to keep this. I'm just demonstrating some different modules here. I'm going to go ahead and delete this one. You can change background colors. You know, if you want something, obviously I wouldn't use that. But you can use whatever you want here. You can change text colors. You can upload a background image if you wanted to. I'm not going to do any of that, so I'm going to discard. And something else to remember when working with modules, anytime that you make some edits, you always want to click this green box over here that says Save Changes. If you don't want to save them, then you want to click the X. But if you don't click this, you're going to lose your work, so you always want to save it. All right, so that is a basic rundown of the sections, rows, and modules. If you want to learn how to quickly and easily build your own website or online store from start to finish, join us at easybuild.works. Hope to see you there.